So there are a lot of different ways to handle PC death, and that's probably a whole nother series of videos. But in regards to you being afraid that, you only have so few characters that you want to play, and being able to try and make one up on the spot if you were to die, honestly, that shouldn't be something that you're worried about. Back in the earlier days when it was mostly just dungeon crawls, there wasn't a whole lot of story elements, involved in it. When people were okay with even just taking their character sheet and writing, the son of blah, blah, blah. Not that big a deal. But nowadays, especially depending on what table you're at, players hopefully shouldn't just be keeling over randomly at the roll of a single dice. If it looks like there's going to be a character death in my game, it's probably going to be a little bit closer to the end of the session. And even if they do end up, biting it, that in itself is probably going to be a 20 or 30 minute ordeal where everyone gets a chance to role play out and their reactions and feelings to this situation. We end it, shortly thereafter. And then me and the player over that week, we chat about it, right? How do you feel about this character? Is it time to say goodbye? Because if it is, now you have time to create another character. And maybe you decide, no, I'm not ready to say goodbye to this character, in which case that death was just the next domino in whatever their story is, and we'll work together to figure out a way for them to come back that fits within the overall story and within their story. It could be their god taking, some sort of, making some sort of divine intervention and bringing them back. It could be the party finding an NPC who could raise them. It could be some extraplanar deity that finds them just on the cusp of life and death and offers them a deal in return for being sent back to the prime material plane. And for all the people out there that are about to get in the comments like, death should have consequences, those are consequences, okay? Consequences, meaning more than one, there can be more than one type. The only consequence that people talk about when they mention that, all they mean is if you should die, you should not be able to play that character again. That's a consequence for the player, but there can also be consequences within the game for people and characters who die and come back. Anyone who's gone and watched Critical Role or Vox Machina, spoilers, there's a character in there that goes out in one of the seasons, is able to come back, and you see the rippling effects of consequences throughout all of the campaigns because of that. Or start making a new character right now. You can have characters in the wings and ready to go before the day that your, PC goes down and doesn't get back up.